This cat, I love it. If it's the devil, I don't care. I want, like, the goal in this game is to make this cat my friend or be possessed by it. One of these two. Let's play the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Hello and welcome to Hulu New Plays Shortish indie horror games. Today I'm taking a first look at a new point-and-click adventure game that is all horror, folk horror to be precise, which, oh, yes! It's set in Victorian England, rural Victorian England, because that's where the folk horror is. And it looks gorgeous. It is developed by Cloak and Dagger Games. It was published by Wadjet Eye Games, who I know because they also are involved with Strangeland, which I played, was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't know anymore. But it was a really cool game with a great atmosphere. And the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, like, it ticks all my, like, checklists when it comes to cool horror games. So there's, like, folk horror. There's a creepy cat. I love creepy cats. And it seems to be, yeah, very narrative driven. The puzzles, well, people who subscribe to my channel, you know I'm not good with puzzles, but I do my best. But it also, the visuals, the previews, they look amazing. Like, there's really something going on. And so I don't want to commit to the full Let's Play right now, because as I've heard, this is 6 to 8 hours long, and it could take much longer when I struggle with the puzzles and whatnot. So I will do this episode as a first impression, and if I then feel that this is a cool game for a Let's Play, then I will continue. So, yes, but without further ado, let's go! So the music is already super cool. Very, you know, the kind of horror B-movies from the 80s that were surprisingly good when you caught them on TV because you're old. Yes. Okay, new game. It's Sammy. Oh, there's a sir there. Well, a person. I look dapper. But I also look like I'm in mourning. But I know that ladies in the Victorian age had very dark clothes, mostly. Only the floozies didn't have them in more color. Hello there. You have anything to say? Because... oh.
Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
Oh no.
You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
Okay. Maybe it's even supposed to have like this B-movie feeling. Sorry, my cursor vanished, and I don't know whether that was by design because it was a cutscene or not. The first 20-30 minutes in any game are always...
Dearest Mother, I hope this letter will reach you. I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories. What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Aww. I'm probably evil. Cursed. Yeah, I see you. I
will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, she's seen things.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewlay, deep in the moors.
Achievement unlocked. Arrival.
No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away.
Oh, we'll see.
I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
Left click to walk interact, right click to examine. To access the inventory and menu, move your mouse cursor to the top of the screen. I hope it works. I have to do this in windowed mode because otherwise I couldn't have recorded this. So I hope this doesn't, shoot through the whole gameplay. Left click on an inventory item to select it, right click to examine it. Once an inventory item is selected, you can right click to deselect it. You can double click on an exit to teleport directly to it. The game will occasionally autosave. You can also save anytime via the menu. Okay. ESC is menu, M is map, when available. F5 is quick save, F7 is quick load. Spacebar hold, show interactable hotspots. Oh, that's cool. Ah, there it is. Hi. There we are. And they, I love it.
I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
So you're not poor. Because poor people don't have assistants. That's just, never changed through the years. Like, middle class can have them, but poor people
A gift
don't.
from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
It's not a handkerchief, yes. Dear Miss Bateman. Also, I can't do voices, but I will try to read, properly. I write this letter the hope of piquing your curiosity. She says, and more. Your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewlay, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there's rumour of secrets to be found deep within. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewlay and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow in Bewlay. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Dear Miss Bateman, marvellous news! I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow in Bewlay. The inn has fine rooms which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to the locals as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. Excavate? I wish you a safe journey. All
I must make
right.
my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
There's a lady.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewlay. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much.
I think I somewhat remember this, but we'll see.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now.
Aw.
I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Amazing. Amazing.
My mother always told me not to walk on railway tracks.
Wise words.
If I take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop?
Oh, so if I left click, I also just immediately take it.
Bewlay.
Huh.
I have great expectations for this barrow.
Oh, it says Bewlay. I thought Bewlay. Bewlay. Okay, oh yeah, along this road. But what is this?
What brings you to Bewlay?
Oh.
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewlay, miss?
Lie. She looks superstar. I want to know all the dirt on this place, so I tell the truth.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard
Huh.
of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Still a robber, though. It's
Not much to be found in Bewlay, if you ask me.
Bewlay.
You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
Oh well, that's the
That
northern
was odd.
the northern charm, to be quite honest. That's how people are where I come from. I'm not from Britain, by the way, but I can relate to this kind of lady. But we're still stealing, right? Because it's not our land. So if we just take something, it's stealing. That's kind of how it works. Oh, crow. Can I take it? No. Oh, the music. Good things are going to happen here. Oh no, it's like here. We'll probably get back to there at some point. Oh yeah. An anvil.
Beating raw metal into a fine object is an admirable skill.
It played a big part in Strangeland. There was a sexy, cursed, what is it? Where you're like this fire thing for, yeah, you know, well, I'll put it, editing Hula will put it in the subnotes, in the subtitles. Oh, ooh, yes.
The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance.
This is where, like, the straw figures will get burned with someone inside, right?
This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
Okay. Very loud music, but that's to be expected. Indie games and loud music, but gorgeous. I think this is probably
The cobbler's is closed.
Oh, it's the cobbler's.
Don't wish to disturb the locals.
Very beautiful. So, oh, there it is.
The plough and furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
Yes, let's do that. Hello, man.
Hello there.
Oh, Jesus.
What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodding weather?
It's none of your business, sir. I'm heading to the plough and furrow. Get out of the way, sir. You're drunk. What are you doing out? Oh, yes.
What are you doing out in this weather?
Waiting for you, my dear.
Ooh.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
And I've waited long enough. So, give us a kiss now, won't you?
Look, even if he was attractive, I wouldn't. You know, it's not that he looks bad, it's he's drunk, I don't know him, and he's just, you know, assuming I want to kiss him. Could be like, could be a really hot person. I don't want to name anyone, so people are like, okay, I get it. But yeah, I wouldn't. Humor him. No! It usually works with man? What does that mean? What does humor him mean? Would I get... No, I don't want to get kissed, so deflect.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! My tea'll be on the table in this hour.
Aw.
And if I don't get back, she'll be roaring. Until we meet again.
Yeah, I hope not. Although, now I have
What
something...
a buffoon.
Yes. I have something in my hand against him.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
Game saved.
Good afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Charming.
Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
You know that they call me lass is so condescending. I know that it's weird about British people, the English especially, where they have like lass and honey and stuff like that. You know, that can be endearing, but it can also be incredibly condescending. And it's very difficult when you just meet someone to discern what it is of those two. Because lass means young girl, young woman, so it can be like that they don't take you seriously, you know. Okay, a room. Leonard Shoulder.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you.
Also voiceover. Wadjet Games always has amazing voiceover in the games that they support or that they pick. So I'm not surprised that so far this has been very delightful. Also nice for me because I don't have to read out everything. That's whoosh.
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those.
Aye.
One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
There we go.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewlay tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No.
No, thank you, sir. I can manage.
I'm a modern
I
lady.
should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Yeah, but first I want to approach all the men.
Good day, sir.
Yes, fantastic conversation. I've seen the movie Man. It's interesting. Not the biggest fan of the whole thing, though. Oh, there's a lady. There's a woman as well.
Hello, sir.
We are in the middle of a discussion here.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
Can I talk to her?
Hello, miss.
What do you want?
Oh.
Bugger off.
Oh. Wow.
The poor thing.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't want to take the painting with me.
No, I want to look at
This
it.
painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair.
Okay.
Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this. A colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley. A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style.
Achievement unlocked, an ode to Thunderbird. I'll write that down. Maybe that's something for it. So I usually, when I talk about certain things, when I reference stuff, I put it in the video description. So if you're interested, if I mention movies or I can't remember something, then I usually put it in the subtitles of the video. But sometimes I'll also put it in the video description for you to look up.
A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens.
A very weird mixture of paintings.
The painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius.
Oh, we'll probably look at that.
A majestic animal cut down in his prime.
Oh, okay.
The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals.
What do you think what he has here? Looks like a map. Okay, let's go. I want to see my room. That's nice.
This shall do nicely.
Yes.
Time to change into something more comfortable.
Oh, yes. Cool outfit. Can I choose? I want to have the beach trunks. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Much better.
Honestly, that's what I would like to wear. Like, if it's hard to get this kind of outfit in a good quality and it's fitting, you know, but I would totally wear this. What is this? Let's take them.
Complementary matches. Useful.
Very much so.
There's only one match left, though.
Oh.
Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years.
What's in the
I
chest?
stored my case in there.
Okay.
A box within a box. A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor. Perhaps a local landmark.
I like her. Thomasina. She's written in a really interesting way because you can hear, of course, that she's upper middle class probably, and that she's educated. But she's also nice, you know. I like playing her
A
so far.
decorative plate depicting a goat.
Oh, cool. Jug of water.
This may come in handy.
I take it. Okay.
I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
Okay, but the jug of water, I mean, that's... You can carry the bowl and then fill it with water, Thomasina. That's, you know...
I've hung my dress inside.
Okay.
Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Alright, so I guess we have everything. We have the room key, the matchbox, the jug of water. So far, it plays very nice. Very old school, very nice. You know what? I want to go to the bathroom just to see... Oh, well, hello there, old man.
Hello, sir.
Right,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
you're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you? Bewlay's going to dogs.
What? Oh my god, one of those.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ah! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
That pained her to say that.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That'd be none of your business,
Oh
lass.
my god.
I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
I take it you are not enamoured with the railway station.
Bewlay's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
This is a local shop for local people. You have no business here. That's the reference from the League of Gentlemen. There is a couple that has a shop and they're always on about the locals. So, yeah. For the British watching and fans of British comedy, of very old-fashioned British comedy, that sometimes has not aged that well.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
We're a proud community.
Oh, really?
I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
You don't look very proud.
I do not need to use the lavatory.
Well, okay. I just want to check it out. Maybe if you need to use it later. Yeah, no. Oh, what's that?
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
Yeah, it's naked bits Adam and Eve, I guess. But it looks like Eve and Eve.
I should wait here for Mr. Shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I did.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
I want to look at those plates after this conversation. Wait.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16
Wow.
years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewlay.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Oh, so we're starting this more in a way of... Oh, the old lady probably knew about it also. She just didn't want to. So if this is folk horror, then everyone's involved, I guess. But lying can get you into more trouble. So for now, I don't have anything to hide.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
Yeah.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find, then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewlay, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hobbs Barrow.
I don't believe him. I also now don't believe the old woman. Also, I think the grave robber thing will be a running gag, and honestly, I agree. Like, playing Tomb Raider as an adult, you know, you're just... I'm flabbergasted. She just goes to ancient buildings, graves, and whatnot, and holy places, and just destroys everything, and then steals stuff, you know? So, well, very British, but still, you know, not cool, Lara. Not cool.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it.
Very weird.
Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
Aw, I wanted to look at the plates, but I probably have time for that later on.
Where on earth is he? What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Maybe something happened to him.
Evening there, miss.
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I got home, had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you.
Aw.
I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewlay, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Maybe something horrible happened to him, because we already told a few people. But maybe he also got into trouble himself, and then we have to stay because of the whole murder and whatnot. This type of story reminds me of an author. I've listened to quite a few BBC audio plays of that author's short stories. I will put that author as well in the video description, because it's also very folk horror. He's very known in Britain. I can't remember the name. Sorry. Okay, one ale. I really don't think you need another. The cheek of something. No, that's not me. You know what? I just give him another ale. Like, that is... It's his own decision, right?
One ale, coming right up.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
Yeah, you said that. You said that. Okay, see, now I can look at the plates. Haha.
A decorative plate depicting a bear. A decorative plate. This one depicts a dog. A decorative plate depicting an eagle. A decorative plate. This one depicts a cat. A decorative plate depicting a serpent. A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull.
Why is this pink? A curious collection. Yes.
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you.
How much money?
This was the last of my
Oh.
money, but Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Well, I hope so. I really hope so. There you go.
Please, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all.
Yeah, there you go.
Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you. Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
Oh my god, he's... oh. Well, that was worth nothing, so I shouldn't have given him the
Arthur?
drink?
Mr. Tillett?
Oh.
Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor. Mr. Tillett? He's not dead, just very drunk. I would still like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
Oh! You know what? That is super... I would never do this in real life, but... Come on, do it. Ha ha ha!
Oh, what the hell were that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
Oh my god. Arthur. Grinding my...
This man is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Also, what is he doing? The old man in the corner with his hand. He's always very near his crotch. I hope there's nothing unbecoming going on.
It feels like an hour has passed. Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
An hour? What the...
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
my apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
That's very fine by me,
Lovely.
actually.
Mr. Tillett?
I could not go to toilet. I'm like a sensitive toilet goer, to say that, to say the least. I could not.
These look modern. I'm surprised.
What's with the candles?
Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Nothing?
The jug is empty. It looks like the towel has not been washed in months.
Oh.
The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime.
Ew.
Some excavations are best left to others.
Yeah, ugh.
Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Aw, kitty! Aw, that's the creepy cat I saw in the previews.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
This cat, I love it. If it's the devil, I don't care. I want, like, the goal in this game is to make this cat my friend or be possessed by it. One of these two.
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Oh, shut up. You're probably not smelling better. Like, you didn't take a shower after that long train ride, missy.
The mangy thing is fast asleep.
Can you shut up? I have no cat slander in my Let's Plays.
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side.
Very weird.
I think I can hear someone moving around.
Hello?
Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
So, let's go. Take care of the cat? Okay. What a cute little cat. What's the heck? Even stinky cats deserve love. Like our cat, one of my 2 cats was very stinky when she arrived, but we try to feed
Excuse me, sir.
okay food, and she also, I think, took a lot of the grooming from our other cat over, and now she doesn't smell that much anymore, you know? She just have weird stinky spots, but the rest is very nice.
Sir?
Oh shit, no, I wanna go to the alley, because what's with Tillet? A glove.
Pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillet was wearing.
Very weird. The booty.
Seems rather out of place here.
Yes.
Peculiar.
Very much so.
A fine white... I found it in the alleyway behind the plough and furrow.
Okay, take the wood.
Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillet. Why would he have done that?
Yeah, I could just go around. That's unnecessary. Do I have the wood now? The plank?
Did Mr. Tillet leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have the plank. I thought it would... You know...
Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale. The post has been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse.
Okay. And now we can follow the weird old man. Weird that I don't have a
The
raincoat.
old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Also very sorry that I keep on interrupting her. But it's... Yeah, I try not to, but sometimes it happens. So I hope that's fine for you. I mean, I do comment in Let's Plays, you know, and I am a... I talk a lot. Okay, let's go. Last round.
Last orders.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewlay shall have to wait for tomorrow.
How can I help you?
Arthur Tillet.
Have you seen Arthur Tillet?
I thought he were with you.
Yeah.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillet. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
I don't know. Oh, the couple is gone, and the old geezer is also gone. Well,
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. Should get some sleep.
yeah, I just... Not yet. No, go to
Yes,
bed.
I must get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Yeah.
Miss Bateman,
Yeah.
Yes?
off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewlay.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
I don't know if I can trust Stanley. Cozy, very cozy. Oh, I would love to sleep in this room. Just... Oh no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't love to sleep in this room. Ah! I would love to sleep in this room. Oh my god, I love you. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, my mom had a cat once that looked a little bit like this. Oh, Adventus. And he was the cutest little... He was so lovely. Just adorable. So, cats with grumpy old man faces, I love them.
Such horrid dreams.
Like a hotel where I get visited by the hotel cat, that's, wow, 5 stars, to be quite honest. No, there's something on your, oh, that's the candle.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night. As I suspected, I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking
Oh,
cat.
shut up.
I must say I'm relieved. Right then.
I would be.
Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
Many, many questions. Many, many questions.
The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening. I've too much to do today to waste time sleeping.
No, I just... Okay, let's go. Let's go, mate. Okay.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
So here's the thing about Stanley. Because I know quite a few folk horror stories, British ones as well, I know that the person that's most accompanying to you, like the most welcoming, when you arrive there, will usually be one of the first people to like throw you on the burning pyre, you know. So, because, you know, I'd rather trust in those shady old villages, rather trust the people that don't want to talk to you and that basically do everything to push you away, than to the people that are very, you know, including. And, I mean, not in real life. We're talking about folk horror scenarios here, you know. Because they will just lull you in. Do I want to take my... No, I will not take my umbrella. Ella?
Did you sleep well, Miss
Ella?
Bateman?
I should be polite, because I don't want to narc on the cat.
Yes, thank you, Stanley.
Splendid. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp.
Oh.
I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving?
I don't know.
His train will get in around midday.
Okay.
Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
That sounds capital, thank you.
You're most welcome, Miss Bateman. We look after our guests here at the Plough and Furrow. I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Yeah, no way.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass. I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too.
Ooh.
I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Ooh. But maybe because he's an outsider and he knows more about
Why
it.
lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Well, or a man who, has something happen to him.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't
Oh
say
my
for
god,
sure.
come on.
As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewlay be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewlay folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
So
Oh, if you see Herbert around here, be sure not to feed him.
It's a cat.
Herbert?
A local stray cat. He comes in now and then searching for scraps. I'm sick of cleaning his vomit off the floor.
Quite. I'll be sure not to feed him.
Thank you.
So I call bullshit on him not knowing where Mr. Shoulders live, because I think in those small towns, you know everything about everyone, because I think when the post person comes around, you probably exchange, where everyone's living. I mean, gossip is like...
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it.
Oh, well.
I have a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Famous words for someone diving into their terrifying supernatural fate.
The Plough and Furrow Inn.
Look, there's a little birdie.
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
So I wonder what kind of folk horror this will be. Like fairies, which are super cool because they're so creepy. Or more like fertility entities, goddesses, usually. Another man.
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are?
Now then, that's none of your concern,
Oh my
love.
god.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in?
Nope.
I look after the churchyard.
Ah.
Dig the graves. Ha!
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Alright.
Quite.
Thank you.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
But he was not really... He was just short, but not really, horrible. Oh, there, like...
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty.
That little kid. That's adorable. Oh my god. I can't.
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless!
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Oh, I can relate. I am still like this, like a new interest every single month.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Talk to the little kid.
Hello.
Yes?
Aw.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What is the lantern worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lantern thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were.
Yes.
I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
Yeah.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Oh, I want to hear all the nonsense from Douglas because, you know, all the adults are told not to talk about anything, but the kid's like, yes, someone's interested in my stories.
Do you like living in Bewlay?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train
Aw.
tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewlay.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewlay from the lantern worm.
Oh my god, a giant monster worm? That would be amazing.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
I love you, Douglas. You're adorable. What's that?
I don't think anyone is home.
Okay.
The door has been boarded up. The building looks like a ruin.
It really does. Wonder who it belongs to. Let's go to the shop.
No one here.
Okay, well then let's not go to the shop. Wait.
I don't think anyone is home.
Okay, let's go there and then go to the church. I don't know how long this will be, but, well, we're veering towards the ending, but I still want to end on a cool note, you know.
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewlay native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. This were my father's forge before mine.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Maybe at some point I'll need a sword to slay a worm.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Yes!
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewlay.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewlay pays them any mind.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
When do market days run in Bewlay?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Cool, cool, cool. What's that?
Alas, it is not mine to take.
But what is
A
it?
fantastic specimen.
Can I talk
Good
to you?
day.
Yes?
Yes.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay, so he might help us if we find something like that somewhere lying around. Oh, an old lady. They are usually the worst in folk horror.
In memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of William Ager. Hello.
Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
Do I have any money? I can't. Sorry.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with
Yes.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry, I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
Not very Christian of you, lady, to not hand out food to the people who don't have any money. Okay, I'm rich in this game, but you know what I mean.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Whoa.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
Well, we'll see about that.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy. Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard.
Yes.
What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
You know, usually in folk horror, the church people are the most involved. Don't trust them.
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
It is...
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Yeah, no, thank you. It is so weird that everyone... Like, that hardly anyone knows this, and I wonder whether they're just lying at me.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Yes.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
And yet, your cakes still belong to you and you only, and you will not give me any of your cakes. Think about that, lady. Can I go in? Ooh.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Yeah, you can't really look ahead. Also, there's a necklace.
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner. I think this might be genuine sterling silver. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns. I've no time for such things.
You have no time for the altar. Okay.
A memorial list of former vicars.
Ah.
They stretch back several hundred years.
Anything else? Flowers.
Those have seen better days.
Yeah.
Locked.
Huh.
Locked as well.
Huh.
I think they all might be.
Weird. That is weird, because usually a church is, open for people to pray, even if the vicar or whatever is not there. That's probably closed.
It's locked.
That was to be expected. What's out there? Probably... Wow, so... Ooh, a lot of... I think west was where the big... Yeah, I hear him. I hear him. Ooh, okay.
Very sorry.
Are you okay?
Oh, the shake. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
What?
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
I will not.
I'm not going near it. It smells disgusting.
What's lying there? Spectacles. That's his.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Well, take him.
Ouch!
Oh.
The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Can I use the glove with the spectacles?
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling
No.
this glove until I find its owner.
No, wait, maybe my handkerchief.
This handkerchief was a gift from...
Okay. Oh, I hope she will understand. Sorry,
This should work.
I thought she said no. Sorry. Yeah, don't step into the vomit.
Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
That's super weird. Look at the bird. Okay. Huh.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
No, I'm not sure about this.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Bloodletting is really very old-fashioned. The bloodletter, yeah. Huh.
Thank the Lord for my spare hair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all.
Liar.
I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewlay originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmund's. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
I don't know.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewlay.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewlay on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me,
Oh,
so.
that's nice.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit.
Now.
I'll be resting here for the time being.
I want to look at the vomit also. Maybe we'll find something in there.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about
Huh.
What can you tell me about Bewlay?
it. It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Okay. End conversation.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
So, I'll be with you, Father Roach. I just need to look at your vomit for a
I
second.
don't wish to look too closely.
Okay. I thought we would maybe see something gross, like something that would tell us that it's not the blackberries he ate. Okay.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Let's go.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. de Plancy. Mrs. de Plancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. de Plancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. de Plancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
Man. Still not handing out free cakes. Come on, that's just rude. Oh, there's the crow again.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs.
There's a new one.
Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth.
Yeah, okay.
Let's choose executors and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
Oh, who cares?
Uh...
Oh, shit. I mean, Hamlet... Oh, wait, what? They're all about death. I don't know. Richard?
Richard II.
Correct.
Hey!
You are well read, Miss Bateman. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me.
I wanted to look at the fresh grave and at the crow.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. beautiful, is it not?
Yeah, it is actually. No, they are beautiful.
Indeed, the moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms.
Yeah.
How can one take in such a view and not have faith?
Well, you know.
Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
I really don't. Tell the truth, Father Roach seems prepared to hear it lie. You might want to avoid a tense situation. You know what? Just tell the truth.
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Oh, flashback.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Oh, I have a sibling. Because she's pregnant.
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
You know what? One thing that bothers me, not about this game, in general, about the stories when someone doesn't believe in God, it's always because something horrible happened to them and they lost faith. But I think, especially nowadays, it's a lot more often that people just, you know, grew up in an abusive Christian or whatever household, religious household, or, like, in my case, I was never religious to begin with. You know, so, like, because they always do this as a, like, dramatic thing for storytelling, because then they have, like, there will always be, like, this understanding nice priest who will, you know, talk about this and, oh, you know, God is even in the hard times, blah, blah, blah. But if they would talk to me, it would be really boring, because I'd be like, yeah, that's nice and all, but I still don't believe it. Like, I never lost faith, though, so it's not about me getting it back, you know. Anyways, everything's horrible in here. Good.
Mummy? Mummy? Daddy, wake up!
Oh, he's dead already?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one.
Hi.
You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
Yeah, he's still alive. I forgot that.
What sort of God would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
That's the thing, you know, when you lost faith, they will always come with this one. But when you say, I never believed in the first place, well, what are they about to do? You know, they can't say anything.
Hello.
Aw.
She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewlay.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this.
Oh.
Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now. Onward.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Is that blood or earth? It's soil, I think.
Here we are, Miss Bateman.
That's cute.
Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now. No need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Yeah. He has the same thing on the door than the blacksmith, so they are both involved. And the blacksmith sounded like he knows Mr. Shoulder very well, and he also sounded very nice. So, they're in the know. Also, because I just talked about this, I'm an atheist, but I honestly, everyone can believe what they want to, and I'm not one of those atheists because I know they exist, unfortunately, in big numbers, that thinks they're smarter than everyone else, because truly, I'm not. Okay, can I talk about what she has? Oh, wow, that's a lot. Actually...
You mentioned that Mrs. de Plancy is worried about something at the moment.
It is not my place to say. Mrs. de Plancy will tell you in good time, if she deems it fit to do so.
Probably have to buy her Bakewells.
What is your favourite of Shakespeare's works?
A very difficult question, Miss Bateman. But one I can answer, nonetheless. I am awfully fond of Cymbeline.
An unusual choice.
All gold and silver rather turn to dirt. Wouldn't you agree?
A fine quote.
I don't think they would, though. I think they would stay gold and silver, right? I don't think they degrade that much.
Do you know anything else about the Devil's Toe?
Not really. I do recall it toppling over when I was a child. A few lads from Bewlay rebuilt it to the best of their memories.
The devil mustn't have been happy.
Come now, my child. Do not joke about such matters.
Do you know that young girl we saw?
No, but I've seen her sneaking around the churchyard. The poor thing is feral.
What?
She takes off at the slightest stirring. We will bring the Lord to her.
Oh, no.
Good time.
No, don't.
Perhaps she has her own beliefs. You said there were others like her?
Primitive folk, yes. Avoid the moors in hours of darkness and don't wander too far. I wouldn't entrust a young woman in their company.
It's always funny how the church talks about, folk religions as primitive, when, the church's writings are also not really modern and progressive, so...
What more can you tell me of these primitive folk?
Godless people, Miss Bateman.
Oh, well.
Don't concern yourself with them. They live out there on the very edges of this land. If you don't wander too far, you shouldn't cross their path.
What do you make of Mr. Shoulder's residence?
A sturdy construction, I'm in no doubt. The winds blow a gale out here, not to mention the pelting rain.
Ooh, cozy.
At least he must have plenty of eggs to eat.
Awful creatures, those hens.
What? Why?
Why don't you like hens, Father?
I know I must love all of God's creatures, but they make such an unholy ruckus, and their talons claw at my boots.
But they mean no harm, and they provide eggs.
I cannot abide hens' eggs. They smell of sulfur when rotten.
You eat those Bakewell cakes. What do you think they're made of?
Is there a Mrs. Shoulder?
No. I believe Mr. Shoulder has led a life of celibacy.
What else do you know about Mr. Shoulder?
A reclusive man. I must say I know very little about him.
Does he attend services at St. Edmund's?
Not regularly, if at all these days.
Perhaps he feels closer to God out here on the moors. What do you make of Mr. Shoulder's residence?
The sturdy
No,
winds.
At least he must have...
Awful
Thank you for...
Lord be with you.
Okay.
Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
A sweet little hen, plump and well-groomed.
Aww. Adorable. And there's the rooster.
He looks much too unruly to be picked up. A pair of thick woolen trousers.
The other glove.
That glove looks familiar.
So he was here.
I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
Here, I mean, he was at the pub.
That glove looks familiar. I wonder... The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Yeah, that's very suspicious.
A woolen undergarment. Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy.
Okay.
This must provide a charming view across the moor. A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent
Okay.
moon.
It looked like...
Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewlay. Though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
Honestly... Guys who quote are the worst.
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman. Your knowledge of the bard is presently flawless.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I consider myself to be well-read, Father
No,
Roach.
It's delightful to meet a fellow bookworm, I must say.
I am a bookworm, but I haven't read a lot in the last couple of years because my head is not concentrated anymore enough. And also, if I read, not this. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewlay as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
Can I go to the back? Wait.
No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Yeah, shit.
Perhaps you could try the handle?
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewlay?
Let's look.
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure.
I think he's dead.
Parting is
Oh my
such
god,
sweet
just
sorrow.
get the fuck off. Oh my god. Ugh. Enough Shakespeare. I don't know. Much ado about nothing.
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Then
How?
I shall say good night.
How?
Till it be morrow.
I
You've
know.
proven yourself to be an impeccable scholar of the
Achievement
bard, my
unlocked.
child.
This
Lord be with
the
you.
scholar. Sorry, I was blabbering on, but
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewlay, and now you're nowhere to be found.
the father going on and on about Shakespeare wasn't really what's interesting. Like, I want to know about lore and stuff and gossip.
I'm rather fond of this colour. Perhaps Mr. Shoulder and I share similar taste. I've come a long way to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open the door. A carved stone has been... I think it... It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove
Ah,
it.
shucks.
Mr. Shoulder must have dropped the... What was he doing in the alley? Rather rude of him not to come inside and see me.
Yeah, well, more than rude, I'd say. Okay, so there's nothing here. I thought there would be stuff to explore once the father is gone. But I guess we have to go.
As I trudged back to Bewlay across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be Kenneth.
That's nice.
I should go and meet him at the station.
Alright. Game saved.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
So for anyone who's not from Britain, they have this a lot in parks and, you know, small villages where you can basically donate a bench or get a plaque, and usually people have the, you know, themselves or loved ones, or even as a memory, you know, which is, I think that's quite lovely, to like, because people sit on a bench usually, you know, and just look at the park and just look at the flowers and the trees and just have a moment of zen, you know, of quiet. And then to have this bench and to read this name, you know, and then thinking that someone gifted this as, you know, a sign of love. I don't know, I love those. I love the music here, by the way, it's beautiful. But in general, the soundtrack is amazing. Okay, that was very, very short, but okay. Yes, fresh grave.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Very weird.
William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart.
Oh.
Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby.
Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks different, I guess. Alright, let's go to meet Kenneth. I kind of want to go on a, like, big gasp thingy, you know, like a cliffhanger. Oh my god, he's working here?
Where is Kenneth? He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
I mean, we told the innkeeper.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up on my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
You know what? It could be that the barkeeper tainted the drink because he knew that he wanted to talk about Leonard Shoulder.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder.
Oh my god.
You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
Yeah.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Yeah, I see. He's hiding something. He got the tainted drink, and then in the bathroom they got rid of him and told him to not speak about Leonard.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
I don't remember out.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've nought to say 'cause I remember nought.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye, aye. I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewlay station master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye?
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train,
Shit.
Miss Bateman.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Well, I know.
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. Where can I find...
He lives up your seat.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewlay. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
Come.
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please. This is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
That sounds like a
Farewell
threat.
for now.
Ta-ra!
It really does. Okay, let's go back. Oh, there's the cat again. Oh, and the crow. Alright. This is really slow burning, but I know a lot of folk horror stories, they have this. Like, a very long setup, and then it all goes to hell.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewlay. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No.
I've no money. Shit, Kenneth was supposed to bring me money.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
But I get the ta-ra. That's nice, I guess. Okay. So that's the post plaque? Where?
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
Oh, that's where the vicar lives. Okay.
The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's.
Should my crate be at the alley? It's not here. Aw, come on.
Hello there, my name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
What's yours?
Wally?
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No,
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
no.
Goodbye.
Oh, thanks for nothing, Wally. Oof.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Going back? Okay, going back. Where's that house? Where my crate is supposed to be. Is that the cobbler's? Did I miss that? Trying it again. Or, oh, there's another exit. Oh, well, hello there.
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
Ah. Hello.
Hello,
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewlay before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Originally, a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewlay. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation.
Who is he?
I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewlay is in my blood.
Okay.
Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses. When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewlay. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long.
Yeah, you don't flatter me, Mr. Long.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills?
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a
Oh,
child.
that's weird.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewlay.
So weird.
And we are all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Victims! You're totally part of it. I will see you heading the mob.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewlay. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewlay. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Maybe Cyril is not involved because he doesn't want people there. Like, I would be more wary of people who want strangers there, especially when they talk about new blood.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
I don't have money.
No. Wait, do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, I don't know. I'd like to stay a stranger.
He looks a little chirpier than your average Bewlay resident.
He's highly suspicious. Ugh.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there. Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office. I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you.
Oh, thank God.
So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, Is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as I'll give it back to you at the end when it will be time.
To pay the piper.
Goodbye.
Okay.
See you soon.
Do I have some? I don't have anything of... Oh, I have the silver necklace.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Aye, silver. That'll do.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
I should...
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
I don't trust you, Mr. Kemp, because you gave, I think, Arthur a tainted drink. But now I can maybe... I want to leave on a cool note, and so far it's been so difficult because this is such a slow-moving game, and this is not a criticism. I really enjoy the pacing, the conversations. It's super interesting. Oh no, wait, wrong direction. But yeah, I'm kind of... I'm struggling here because I wanted to end like with something horrific, you know, monstrous, and I can't.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really. We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
We can go to the inn and I can leave through the bathroom.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion.
Okay.
But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828.
Oh, trains.
In Newcastle, of course.
Interesting.
Well, that's me. I better be off.
Oh, no, no, no.
Wait.
No.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
No. Shit.
I couldn't even get a word in.
Oh, shit.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does. Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Shit. So I can make him drunk. But I don't have to worry about money, I think, now that I have the tabs. So I can maybe... Ugh, why am I always walking in the wrong direction? Hi, do you know more about stuff?
Hello.
Oh, the fresh grave. Oh no.
I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Not to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Okay. I thought he could tell me something about the fresh grave. I mean, it's none of my business, but still.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Let's see. But maybe we'll have to find another solution to kind of get him...
The rear wheels are powered by coupling rods, would you believe? The boiler had 2 flue tubes. Choo! There were nothing like it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Okay. So I need something else, another solution.
Curses. I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy.
Shit.
I'm here to excavate Hobbs Barrow, not Hobbs Barrels.
Achievement unlocked. Hobbs barrels.
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Okay. Maybe we can talk to Arthur about him, because it sounds like he like Mr. Henry is really into trains. Let's see.
Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewlay. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Ah, you're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewlay lad. We've had the odd barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Oh!
Follow me.
Oh, no. I thought I could, combine them.
So then, he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
So he's there now. Maybe we can... I will first go to Arthur.
There's nothing else I wish to discuss at the moment.
Okay. Well, then maybe my strategy is the right one. Okay, let's go back.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot!
Yes. Yes.
That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Yes! Amazing. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thomasina, we did it. We did it. Okay, so now get the crate and then I will finish this. I'm into this for 2 hours. So let's get...
Locked.
Oh, come
as
on.
expected. I need to get inside without attracting too much attention. He's currently debating the merits of the railway station at the inn. A warehouse. A warehouse. I don't think battering the door down is the solution here.
I don't know.
I don't wish to draw too much attention.
I think I will stop it here. I'm super sorry. I want it to be like a big cliffhanger ending, but I think, yeah, I've been playing for 2 hours. I need to kind of have a short pause. So, all in all, first impression, I really love this. I think the voice acting is amazing. I love the looks of it. It's very old-fashioned. I love that the gameplay is very simplistic. I think one of the things that can get a bit tedious in usual point and click, even in the old school ones. Yes, I know, blasphemy, but honestly, to have like look at, talk with, use with, whatnot, push, pull, as options can really make it tedious if you know, have a puzzle. And I like that this is very straightforward when it comes to the gameplay. The puzzles so far were very organic. I think this is the first one where I don't immediately know what to do, and we'll see how I fare with the future puzzles. I think I will continue this because I played this for 2 hours now and I haven't given you any terrifying, horrific folk horror visuals yet, and things happening here, so I really want to do that. You know, I want to see how the story ends together on this channel, and I really enjoyed this so far. I think the writing is very well done because this is such a slow start. If the story goes for 6 to 8 hours, this is a really slow burner. But I'm still intrigued, you know. I mean, the conversations are interesting and the gossip and everything. Each character has their own little style of talking and, you know, of being, their own personality. And you already, because you know it's folk horror, it's already interesting to see who's in it, who will be my downfall, and who will be support. So yeah, I really love this, and I can't wait to play the second episode of this. I hope you enjoyed this as well. Also, of course, spoiler free, but you're super welcome to add your theories. if you think I missed something in the comments. You know, what do you think is going on? Will we see the worm? Will it be fairies, or will it be the typical goddess of not fertility, but more of like I mean, flowers. There's a lot about the flowers here. I don't know. And about the moor as well. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Do you have any idea? Also, if any British people are watching, you know, and fail to see any cultural relevance here, also feel free to share. I'm always happy to have conversations in the comment section. Additionally, if you're new to this channel, well, you're welcome to subscribe. And I promise you, if I'm your assistant and I promise to send a crate and myself, especially with money, I will totally not abandon you no matter what happens. I mean, I can promise this now because I don't know what Kenneth's issue is, but you know, for now, yes, I totally would be there. I would get you money, and I would also make sure that the crate will not be, you know, ending up locked up in a storeroom where you can't access it. I mean, come on, you know, that's just rude. So, subscribe. Oh, also, you know, if you subscribe, I will totally give you my Bakewell cakes. Because, I mean, this is a church bake sale. This is a stranger. And I have to convince you that the cakes are worth it to buy them, you know. So I would obviously give you one for free. You know, that's how it works. Yeah, so, you know, hop on the hula noob train. Anyways, to Hop's Barrow. I hope you had a great time. I hope you have a wonderful day. And maybe see you soon. Bye. This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's play.